What's up, guys? We are back for another week of results. This time it's the results for UFC Vegas 52. Amanda Lemos taking on Jessica Andrade. And it's good to have my trusty cigar back with me because this means I had a winning night off of the picks, and I kept it light this week. Like I mentioned in my full card breakdown and my best bets video, I was very sketched out by a lot of the untrustworthy picks, the wide, inflated, expensive lines on these fighters, both on the props side of things and on the money line side of things. The odds this week, it was, in my opinion, it was slim pickings as far as trustworthy picks. So I kept it light. Out of the 22 fighters that entered the octagon officially on Saturday night, only about 2 of them was I pretty confident in, and they also had a good price tag associated with them, and I mentioned that in my best bets video. Those 2 were Arichi Lang and Jessica Andrade herself. Both of them came through. Both of them looked spectacular, and we cashed 2 units on both of those fights. So paying the price of about minus 230 on Arichi Lang looked great. And then I got Jessica Andrade all the way down at minus 177 early last week. You know, she closed in the low to mid 200s, minus 200s. So, and she looked amazing as well. I ended up losing 1 unit. I sprinkled a third of a unit on 3 time props that I mentioned in my best bets video on the overs in the Andrade Lemos fight. We did not need those at all. I thought that her winning by submission was a large possibility, but I thought that it would take a little bit of grinding, a little bit of wrestling on the mat and breaking down Amanda Lemos. But to see Jessica Andrade at 5'1" get a standing arm triangle against the cage, spectacular. It was awesome to see, and I was glad that I had way more money on her money line than I did on the sprinkled props. So that was great to see her cash that nice and early. Didn't have to sweat out some sort of weird scenario playing out the way that the rest of these fights. I mean, this card opened up with Dean Barry. Call it what you want. If you wanted to be a no contest or a DQ, I think it deserved to be a DQ personally. I mean, he not only poked the eyes to maintain distance, but he gouged them as well after a spinning back kick to the balls. So I think he deserved to get that DQ loss. And if anybody in the comments wants to tell me if they cashed on that Mike Jackson, underdog play, good on you, because Dean Barry was not somebody I was parlaying this week, but I did parlay one of his props. I parlayed Dean Barry, Mike Jackson. Fight does not go to decision. I parlayed that with Jordan Wright versus Marc-Andre Barriault. Fight does not go to decision. And that cashed for a unit as well. Actually, that was 2 units. I loaded up on that because I thought that was very unlikely that both of those would go. That was 2 units on that as well. I lost a unit on the other prop that I gave out, which was Dwight Grant versus Sergey Kondusco. Fight goes to decision. I thought that if Dwight Grant could maintain distance and move the way that he normally does, it would go to decision. It ends up, his distance control ends up going out the window when he got punched in the face a couple of times, got visibly rocked, and after that, Sergey was all over him, looked amazing. So got the prediction right, but not the prop right on that one. So that was a unit loss. But overall, plus 4 units on the night on some very light action. So I can't be too mad about that. I was sketched out by a lot of the stuff this week, even the Tyson Pedro fight. I thought that was, too much of a price in the guy we haven't seen, but he did look minus 600 or more when he stepped in the octagon. But once again, he got fouled for, a low blow or something like that. So even that was sketchy in round 1. I mean, I've seen more fouls in the past 2 UFC events than I have in the past 2 years combined. So overall, in the night, went 5-5 on the predictions. I know there was an 11th fight, Evan Elder and Preston Parsons. I didn't get a chance to really dive into that since it was added so late. But 5-5 on the predictions I put out on the best bets. Unfortunately, we did not get to see the beatdown of Chase Sherman at the hands of Alexander Romanov. But hopefully next time, we can see that, because I kind of do want to see that happen. Nothing's better than watching Alexander Romanov beat down on low-level heavyweights. But like I said, if you guys had any wacky plays, wacky underdog plays, like the Mike Jackson ones that you got and cashed on, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you got any other weird parlays or results off of the night. It was one of those nights in the UFC where you could have either had your parlay busted early by Dean Barry, or you could go on to cash in on a lot of fight doesn't go to decisions. So that was really the move this week. And moving forward, I'm hoping to have a guest or two for maybe the big pay-per-view coming up and future shows. So looking for that as well. And I'm just looking to stay sharp, keep on making smart plays. This week was a good bounce back spot after a couple losing weeks. I think even a break-even week in there too. So I've been a little bit of a slump myself, but this was a good spot for me to step back, say, look, I don't need to force any action here. I don't need to force any weird plays. Things have been sketchy in the UFC, and this is a low-level card. Let me just pick the 2 fighters out of the 22 on the slate that I thought could get the job done, and they showed up and performed. So very proud of that. 4 units up and on to the next. So, all right, let me know how you guys did in the comments. Getting close to 100 subscribers, so smash that subscribe, smash that like, and I'll see you next time.